Welcome to another episode of Shocking Out Toy Reviews. Two idiots, Toast and Berg, and we are looking at the Dungeons and Dragons NECA.
NECA Ultimate Grimsword just arrived yesterday.
It's pretty amazing sculpt.
I am super amazed by the sculpt. I'm even more amazed that when they announced this guy, I had no idea who he was, and I collected the original line that it's based off of.
Is this further based on a cartoon?
No.
Okay.
In 1982, TSR licensed out to LJN Toys Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and they made 2 waves of figures, I believe, and he was one of those figures, and I had never noticed that he existed until NECA said, hey, this toy's coming. And he looks almost spot on to the original toy, like just updated sculpt and articulation paint.
I missed this era completely. I was 2 at the time, but I missed this era completely. But he looks amazing.
Yeah.
Paint and sculpt.
There was a Dungeons and Dragons cartoon that did have some of the guys from that toy line show up, but they were 2 separate entities. And there are toys coming from that cartoon, but this is not part of those toys.
And there's a video game somewhere in there too.
Yeah. Okay. And there's actual Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
Right. So this is Grimsword, and he looked super awesome, so I bought him.
Makes sense.
And as with almost everything we review NECA, he has a awesome sculpt, like the mail on his legs and arms, the snakeskin on his boots look great.
Well, just all of the dry brushing on the armor is phenomenal.
Yeah, like there's dry brushing on the armor, there's like dry brushing on the elbow spikes, buckles and stuff are painted, his boots are dry brushed. Like, once again, NECA just
nailed it.
Knocks it out of the park. They even made his little belt weapon holder gold. And if you look at the original toy, he's just a much, much brighter version of this guy.
Evil action figure.
He is a bad guy. The first 2 figures they're releasing in are both villains. So take that, whoever tells me that villains and female figures never sell.
You told me that.
That's right. Stupid Berg. You're an idiot. Yeah, so even these little buckles are painted.
And the head thorns move?
Yeah, the head thorns I discovered an hour after having them. They're separate pieces and articulated. So the pictures show them long side down.
Right.
I can't decide which way I like them.
I think I'm used to Transformers because I immediately put them up, and then I looked at the box where they were down.
Yeah, and he's also got some glowing evil eyes in there.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's like Casey Jones mask technology.
Yep. And speaking of moving parts, he has a tremendous ball-jointed head. Like, he can get all kinds of your angry... who's the guy from Willow? Anyone?
Mad Mardigan.
Kale. General Kale is the villain with the skull face. Come on, people. This is weird. So this is super solid, and somewhere in the snake bits, it gets plasticky. Because, I don't know if that's shown up, but it's like a plastic overlay. So they did a real good job of concealing that. So he has a ball jointed shoulder, waist, and you can see up in there that he's got the mail underneath the snake.
Oh, very nice. It continues.
So he's got ball jointed shoulders, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that get almost no range due to these weird pauldron on the inside of the elbow.
We're gonna have the same thing on those knees.
Yes, same thing, but they at least they're softer plastic, so these ones at least bend. He has a NECA hips and thigh swivel, ball jointed ankles, in and out wrists, or at least these wrists are in and out. So he is very articulated, but the posability is not great. The range of his articulation is
it's limited.
Limited in parts, but you can still get him in cool poses. And because I have no nostalgia or love of this guy, I don't know what he's supposed to do or can do, so Maybe he's just a guy in a suit of armor. They can't move.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
But he comes with other things.
He does. He is part of their Ultimates line, which means that he comes with a plethora of stuff. My favorite piece is this massive shield, which again, if you look at the original one, this is just an almost straight reproduction, updated version. The main differences on the old one is that the eyes are bigger and a brighter red. But it's got the same snake motif. This one is cool. It's got 2 leather straps to hold it in.
That's really well. It even looks like a wood texture on the. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there is a wood texture. They painted the bolts that hold the straps on. And yeah, there's your wood texture. It's metal on this side. And that just slides up on his hand like that, and you go, oh, he kind of holds that kind of loosely. Well, you know what he comes with is 2, what do we want to call this? Metal goblet hands.
Yeah, those are goblet hands.
Goblet hands. And then he comes with 2 gripping hands, which also go in and out. Shame, 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 Neca. And then he comes with 2 pointing metal god figures, which are also in and out. Shame, shame, shame. And then he comes with 2 punch you in the face gauntlets, which are also in and out. They all have the same beautiful metal paintwork, dry brushing effect. Look great. So you can take the gripping hand, pop it on there, and if you need him to, he can grab onto said strap.
But wait, there's more.
There is more. He is a villain, so he comes with this massive...
It's huge.
Scimitar kind of looking thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a proper name for it. This side has a little goofiness in the paint up there. But this side looks fine. It's got a cool handle with multiple red and gold paint apps. He can hold it in said hand.
Not too difficult.
No. The gripping hands are fairly compliant. It's a big word. And on camera strength swaps that out. That's not going anywhere. He can murder anybody. And my second favorite thing that he comes with, crazy snake mace thing, which has this crazy king cobra snake licking to the side of his chops, which is a separate little plastic piece that picked out the eyes in red. It's got a nice gold handle, and like they even part that the little tiny spot that should be green is green. Like,
it's well done. It's really well done.
This is a plastic chain.
Oh,
but
I didn't notice.
Has a nice mace morning star. I don't know what the difference is.
I think it's a flail.
Flail. There you go. And all the spikes have a little silver gold or silver dry brushing effect on them.
It's well done.
And so that can go in his other hand. So there you go. Weaponed up for your destruction.
Now this guy is also huge.
He is very, very tall. So yeah, he is as tall as a predator. So he's probably closer to 8 inches.
Right.
For a 7-inch scale guy, I believe. We'll find out when more come what the actual scale is. In the original toy line, there was many varying sizes. So hopefully Neca is going to follow suit. They've shown 4 guys, I think, so far. Warduke is in this wave. For some reason, he hasn't shipped yet. They've shown Steelheart, which is the good guy in silver armor. And they've shown, I think his name is Zarek, who's the little black-dressed, green-faced, blue-hooded dwarf goblin guy. And if they're all this good, I'm in. Sold.
Have you already pre-ordered Warduke?
I pre-ordered Warduke and Grimsword on the same day. when I was told that Grimsword was coming in, I'm like, wait, where's Warduke? Like, he's the guy I want. He's the one everybody knows. Because he was in the original Toy Wave. He was in the cartoon. And he's, like, actually in the game, the AD&D game, because his design was so cool and popular. It has been 10 NECA figures since our last break, as far as I know. Maybe more, maybe less.
Our count was wrong last time.
Yeah.
By a couple. So it might be 10 by now.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Grimsword, Dungeons and Dragons, NECA. So, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'm going to give him, I'll say 4 hammers. I think he's really good, but the limited range and the completely in and out wrists rather than up and down wrists for what should be a sword hand kind of limit it. But he's super impressive paint and sculpt. It's just once you start moving him, you run into some limitations.
Yeah.
I wonder what the others will be like, since they won't have these elbow and knee armor.
No, but they're going to have other goofy things in the way.
Oh, something.
I'm going to give him a 3.5. Because with the amount of NECA toys that I've gotten this year, where the range of articulation has been great, it is super disappointing that his articulation isn't better, or range of articulation isn't better. The articulation is there, but they should be able to make those elbow guards work better.
It's a weird choice.
And yeah, it infuriates me now when a guy has a sword and he can't point his sword. Like, nobody bends their wrists to fight with a sword ever that way that I know of.
Still gets into cool poses.
Still gets into great poses. He looks great. Paint is great. Sculpt is great, like you said. But a guy like this, I want to, like, he's going to be fighting.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault, but this shoulder pad is just, like, he's never gonna salute anybody with that arm.
No. He doesn't seem like the saluting type.
No. But yeah, he's got me super stoked for Warduke. So that can only mean that Warduke is going to break and suck.
God. Fingers crossed he doesn't.
Well, we'll find out. That's it. Grimsword. He's going to be fighting probably in Eternia.
Oh.
Maybe. Or maybe he'll go on my NECA shelf. I don't know.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, he could fight. He could be the Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Please comment if you're a fan of the channel and have been watching any of the last 20 or so videos. We are moving forward on our contest.
Yes.
There are more plans. It is coming, and we're going to make it so that Yarmo and Winston might not be able to win it as easily as they think.
It sounds like it's going to take some work.
It is, maybe.
Okay.
All right. Merry Christmas.